Hey everybody, welcome to Narcissist 101, Teachings Daily. As mentioned yesterday, I will be discussing gaslighting today. Gaslighting is a term that's origin comes back from the 1930s or 40s, and here's an exact example of the definition of it. The term gaslighting derives from the 1938 play and 1944 film Gaslight, in which a husband manipulates his wife into thinking she has a mental illness by dimming their gas-fueled lights and telling her she's hallucinating. So in modern days, what that would mean is you're basically telling your partner or the subject that they are not in reality and that their reality is questionable. So just like in the movie Gaslighting, this would be the same way. So if you say to your loved one or your spouse or your friend, hey, what about, didn't you see that sign before? What about that sign? Was that always been there? And they are like, what are you talking about? That sign's never been there. But you know that the sign has been there for months and months, but they deny that. So they deny your reality, and that's gaslighting. And this is a not well-known term, but there are many forms of it, which I will go into right now. I experienced this myself on more occasions than I can mention, and it got me. And it made me believe that I was not in control and that I was not right. And I was questioning myself literally every day. Did you pay the bill? Yeah, I paid the bill. Did you pay the bill? I don't know. Did I? Things like this. But then it became even more serious with things like memories when I would go to a party with my spouse and we would discuss certain events that happened. And I have my memories of what happened, and then she would have hers. But ultimately hers would take control and she would deny that anything ever happened. So I'm going to give a couple more examples of detailed gaslighting. Sorry about this video, you guys. I'm getting better at this. Trying to get better. Countering. This describes a person questioning someone's memories, kind of like what I just said. They may say things such as, you never remember things accurately, or are you sure? Have you a bad memory? So it's just what I mentioned a moment ago. It's being questioned. Are you lucid? Do you know what you're talking about? Because my memory is not what yours is. It's completely different. And this is the number one form that I had to experience, although I experienced almost all of these. It's not healthy, it's not safe, and it's not good to be involved with any of this gaslighting. Gaslighting is a cruel, cruel thing to be doing to anybody. And unfortunately, the narcissist does this frequently to their subjects and to the people they want to abuse. In my case, it happened to me and to many people around me, but I can only discuss what happened to me in this video. Another form of gaslighting is withholding. When somebody withholds, they refuse to engage in a conversation. A person using this technique may pretend not to understand someone so they do not have to respond to them. In other words, selective memory. For example, they might say, I don't know what you're talking about. You're just trying to confuse me. This again happened to me. So I would have conversations with my spouse. Hey, do you remember this? Remember what we did? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. And they would immediately take control of the conversation and shut down your perspective and make you think, wow, was it me or was it them? Didn't we do the same thing, and didn't we agree that this actually happened? No. Withholding is a brutal and spineless way to be gaslit. Another one is called trivializing. This occurs when a person belittles or disregards the other person's feelings. This happened to me so many times, can't even explain, but I'm going to get the definitions out of the way and then walk you through some examples. They may accuse them of being too sensitive or overreacting when they have valid concerns or feelings. In other words, wow, I'm really not in such a good mood. You know, I didn't get the raise from my job. Maybe that's what I had said. And then my wife would be like, oh, what are you talking about? It's no big deal, just move on. Well, that's not healthy, because me as the husband, I'm trying to engage with my wife and trying to let her know how I feel, looking for support and comfort and compassion and empathy above all. And my feelings were disregarded. And this form, trivializing, is another devastating way that you can be gaslit. Another would be denial. Denial involves a person pretending to forget events or how they occurred. They may deny having said or done something or accuse someone of making things up. This again is a fuzzy memory syndrome, which means if you were on vacation and you went out to dinner and you remember maybe an event going a certain way, she will totally turn that down and say, no, that never happened. Just flat out denying that it happened. When you know it happened, you were there, you saw it with your own eyes. But yet again, the narcissist takes control, takes over the narrative, and you're left thinking to yourself, wow, was this me? I'm not sure. No, I know I'm right. But wait, it's very confusing and very, very detrimental to your mental health. Another way is called diverting. With this technique, a person changes the focus of a discussion and questions the other person's credibility instead. For example, they might say, that is just another crazy idea you've gotten from your friends. What that means is when you're having a conversation and you're talking, that they may simply not want to hear it, like most things that you say, and they'll change the whole narrative, the whole conversation, to divert the direction of the conversation the way they want it to go, so they don't have to put time, thought, or energy into what you're trying to discuss. And the last one will be stereotyping, another form of gaslighting. In an article from American Sociological Review, states that a person using gaslighting techniques may intentionally use negative stereotypes of a person's gender, race, ethnicity, sexuality, nationality, or age to manipulate them. For example, they may tell a female that people will think she is irrational or crazy if she seeks help for abuse. While anyone can experience gaslighting, it is especially common in intimate relationships, which is the one I'm discussing with my wife, and in social interactions where there is an imbalance of power. A person who is on the receiving end of this behavior, which is gaslighting, is experiencing abuse. Now, I just read these definitions of different types of gaslighting to you, and I have to say I've experienced an awful lot of these. It's not all about my experience. What it's about is I don't want this to happen to you. If any of these things happened or are happening to you, you need to get help. You need to understand there are people out there for you to help you out and to support you. Above all, don't let the narcissist change your mind. Know that you are in reality and you are in control of your emotions and feelings, memories, thoughts, actions, and everything. What they are doing, what the narcissist does, is they take your empathy, of which you are certainly an empathetic person. They use it to their advantage, which gives them supply, and by gaslighting, they turn your reality upside down. They make you question yourself, just like in the movie Gaslighting. They make you think, I'm not sure, am I right? Was I right? I can't do this. And your head begins to spin so often that you have no recollection if you are right or not. When this happens over and over again, after days, weeks, months, and years, believe me, it takes a toll on you. And you are so confused, living in a haze, you don't know which side is up or down. This happened to me. Gaslighting is a cruel form of abuse. Unfortunately, not many people know about it. However, many people are going through it. Gaslighting is another form of abuse that is behind closed doors. You can't detect this in the public, in anybody's mind. They can't see what's going on. When you're at a party or an event or a vacation, people can't see this. They just think it's a loving relationship. When in fact, behind closed doors is when all of this abuse happens. Most of this abuse happens. It is not only fair, but it is unhealthy for you, the person being abused, to be taking this any longer. You're not alone. You're not alone. This is one of the worst things that I've ever had to go through, and I had a perfect recollection of what happened most times. And I got to the point where I was just spun around. I don't know, was I right? I'm not sure. And when you lose a sense of self and begin questioning yourself, that is when things turn. That's when the narcissist has you, because they can sense that you're not sure what's happening. Even though they know you know the real version of what happened, they'll never let you know that. That's their little secret, another twisted part of their brain. The narcissist is using you for one thing, which is supply. And that can be financial, emotional, spiritual, mental, physical, anything. But the narcissist has no empathy, nor will they ever admit what they're doing. They have no love in their hearts. They think of one person, which is them. They do not ever look out for you. They will talk to you, and they will let you know exactly what happens from their perspective. They won't let you know how reality is. So if you think that you're experiencing any of this, any of the gaslighting that I mentioned, drop a comment. You can like, follow, and subscribe to the channel, which is just starting. And I think I'm getting a little bit better. I know that I've got a long way to go, but my job is to make sure that you guys know what I've gone through and that you do not have to be alone. There are people like me out there. There are many channels. I will keep this going as long as I can. Every day I'm going to make a video, and every day I'm going to be here to support you. Gaslighting is a cruel form of abuse, and you may not even know it's happening to you. I did not until the last 5 months of research, when I dug down and really looked at all the red flags that happened. But again, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I am here to help you out. We need to expose the narcissist for who they are. Unhealthy relationships do happen. They don't have to happen to you, though. They don't have to let you lose your identity, your form of self, and making you question your reality. So for now, I'm going to say goodbye. Again, thank you for the support. Please like, comment, share, anything to help the channel grow. I appreciate the time. I'm always here, and I may do another video later today. But for now, this is Andrew signing out from Narcissist 101. Thank you.